One of the cornerstones of democracy is freedom of speech. It's the lifeblood of a free society, a core part of why so many from around the world want to become American citizens. It's a cherished and protected right that's nearly absolute here, with a few specific exceptions, but something very dangerous is happening in America right now, folks. A very popular social media account known as Libs of Tik Tok is being targeted by the Democrat media complex for what they call hateful conduct. The crime? Daring to expose the radical left by showing outrageous, comical videos that liberals post of themselves.
A lot of white allies and accomplices ask, how can they support Black and Indigenous people of color? And sometimes I really don't know what to say, but here's one easy way. Just don't have babies.
At this point, I am pretty much full-time teaching high school Spanish and a little bit of full-face drag.
My admin's actually very okay with me wearing heels. I'm coming to school in drag sometimes. I used to put on makeup, but now it's too early in the morning, so that's not happening anymore. But like, yeah, they're pretty cool with it.
No es bueno, professor. The account showcases the nightmarish left-wing radicalism straight from the liberals' mouth. There's no twisting of words because everything shared on the account is the creation of liberals. But you see, that's exactly why it's a problem. It's dangerous to the left. An account is a massive hit, amassing more than 600,000 viewers, gaining popularity among conservative circles. But now, big tech and Democrat activists have launched an all-out effort setting their sights on that account creator for the left that simply cannot stand. It won't be tolerated, which is why about 12 hours ago, the woman behind the anonymous account was exposed. Now, Taylor Lorenz, a writer for the Bezos Washington Post, made it her mission to publicly expose the creator. In her piece, she quotes the ACLU's media strategist Gillian Brandsetter saying, quote, "I see a shared spirit in Libs of Tik Tok and the appetite for it in right-wing media more broadly, which is turning neighbor against neighbor. There's a deep sense of paranoia this rhetoric inspires. It's more than playing with fire. It inspires a vigilante spirit." Wow, those are their words. Well, there you have it. Showing Americans exactly what liberals think and sharing it to the world inspires a vigilante spirit. These people are unhinged. So for obvious reasons, something had to be done. So the Bezos Post launched a wokest takedown spearheaded by that Taylor Lorenz, doxing the creator of Libs of Tik Tok. Just so you know, doxing is when a person's private or identifying information is exposed with malicious intent. So unless you intend to destroy the person's life, there's no reason to do it. So Chaya, we'll say Chaya, the woman behind the Libs of Tik Tok account, must be made an example of so that the world can see what happens to the non-compliant when conservatives are too effective in exposing the left. Libs of Tik Tok creator Chaya shared this photo, allegedly showing Taylor Lorenz staking out the front of her family's home. No shame, of course, wearing a mask outdoors, no less. The same person who cried about severe PTSD from cyberbullying.
You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life. And it's so isolating.
And terrifying.
It's horrifying. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
It's overwhelming. It's really hard.
More leftist glaring hypocrisy, crying about being doxxed, having our identity exposed to the public, which stinks and shouldn't happen, being harassed and threatened shouldn't happen. So bad for her, though, that she started attending trauma groups.
I've been honestly trying to just find community with other journalists. I joined a couple groups for women that have experienced just vicious levels of harassment, and we really try and sort of help each other.
So Taylor pretends to stand up for journalists and other women, but then targets the Libs of Tik Tok creator. A woman, by the way, who by all accounts is a citizen journalist. So hypocrisy, and by the way, blatant entitlement. Listen to this one.
for instance, when I was spending an extra, 72 hours a week, if not more, going through and having to, document basically all of these harmful threats, overtime would have been nice for that.
What? How rich? Can you believe that? She feels entitled to overtime pay because of harmful threats she had to document, but then proceeds to do the very same thing to the Libs of Tik Tok, ripe with hypocrisy, soaking in irony, and so we're supposed to believe that her sobbing is real and genuine. And no surprise, of course, that the Washington Post is a factor here, the same Washington Post that previously dismissed the Hunter Biden laptop as Russian disinformation, but now joins the New York Times in finally admitting that it's real. A little too late. It's dead. Left-wing media radicalism has co-opted the regular media in this country. It serves as the propaganda ministry for the left, suppressing stories that are unfavorable and destroying anyone who's effective in challenging the left's narrative. Politics is downstream of culture, and folks, we are in the middle of a culture war. Whether we like it or not, the left is far more willing than the right to do whatever is necessary to win. And the Libs of Tik Tok creator, Chaya, she's the latest casualty, but this isn't the time to let up. What the left wants is complete and total compliance. So when they cry about vigilantism, intolerance, racism, not protecting women, everything they accuse the right of, all they really need to do is look in the mirror or check out the Libs of Tik Tok, and the problem is staring right back at them.